Some drama in D.C. now with rare Republican pushback tanking one of President Trump's picks to serve as U.S. attorney. And the president tonight apparently considering naming Judge Jeanine to take that job in the interim, according to what one source familiar with his thinking confirms to NBC News. That source saying an announcement about Jeanine Pirro, the Fox News host, could come as soon as tonight, and that President Trump considers her highly qualified to serve as interim U.S. attorney in D.C. Caveat, obviously, nothing is final until it's final. Judge Jeanine's been a longtime ally of the president, who's had her share of controversial moments on and off the air.
My resolution, airstrikes. Bomb them. Bomb them, keep bombing them, bomb them again and again. The collusion, however, with Russia and Team Obama, not Trump. No one coordinated with Russia. No one. Not Donald Trump, not any Trump, not anyone on the campaign.
Keep in mind, the only reason for the vacancy for the job of D.C.'s top prosecutor is because the president's previous pick, Ed Martin, you see him here, was sunk after some GOP pushback in the Senate due to his ties to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. I want to bring in Ken Delaney in now. So if Ed Martin and his nomination was essentially scuttled because of some controversies there, I think it's fair to say that Jeanine Pirro is not she is not a lightning rod as well. So what is the sense that we're getting from the Hill, from folks you're talking to, about how this may go over? It is an interim job, right? I mean, it's not as though we understand, at least in our reporting now, she's going to be the permanent pick.
Well, she's definitely not without controversy, Hallie, but she compares favorably to Ed Martin because he had no prosecutorial experience, whereas she was a 3-term district attorney in the suburbs of New York City, and she's also a former county court judge. As you mentioned, a source told NBC News that Trump considers her highly qualified for the job, and an announcement could come as soon as Thursday, and they would need to fill it as an interim role. You're right. And now, of course, it's also the case, as you showed, that Pirro has said some outlandish things while hosting a show on Fox News, including pushing bogus conspiracy theories about voting in the aftermath of Trump's 2020 election loss. Her statements came up in that massive defamation lawsuit filed by Dominion Voting Systems. And in documents made public through that lawsuit, we learned that one of Pirro's executive producers wrote that one of her monologues was, quote, completely crazy, end quote. Now, Fox News, we remember, paid Dominion nearly $800 million to settle that lawsuit in 2023. There's also an infamous episode way back in 2006 when Pirro was a Republican candidate for New York Attorney General. And just before our colleague Jonathan Dietz was about to break the story, she disclosed that she was under federal investigation for allegedly plotting to secretly record her husband to find out whether he was having an affair. Now, her former husband was a wealthy lobbyist who served 11 months in federal prison after being convicted on tax fraud charges in 2000. Donald Trump pardoned him in 2021. Jeanine Pirro was never charged in that case, and now she's in line, Hallie, to become a powerful federal prosecutor.
Yeah, let's see if and when the president does make that official. Ken Delaney, and thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.